welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Val. I am the homeschooling mom of 3 very small kiddos. So we do preschool with my 3-year-old and often include her 2-year-old little brother in the process as well. So today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is our favorite books for littles, toddlers, preschoolers. My 3-year-old has loved reading from the very beginning. She would sit and let me read to her from the very beginning. My 2-year-old, not so much. He's just now starting to get to the point where he'll sit and listen to a book for a little bit. I usually try to catch them while they're eating snack or breakfast. That's the best time. But the youngest, she has started to, she'll sit and flip through books and look at the pictures all on her own. And she is almost a year and a half, not quite a year and a half. So she's kind of taking after her big sister in that way. So I'm going to share with you some of our favorite children's books, ones that my kids have loved and that we read over and over again. I know that I am completely obsessed with books. I would love to have a library in our house, an actual room just full of books. And we're kind of working our way there, much to my husband's dismay. So I'm always looking for new books, new recommendations. So I thought I would share our favorites with you. So first up, We're Going on a Bear Hunt by Michael Rosen and Helen Oxenberry. This is a classic. I mean, who doesn't know or love the bear hunt? It has lots of actions and sound words, and it kind of repeats as the story goes on. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. We're not scared, and yada yada. And then you go through all the sounds. Tiptoe, tiptoe. What was that? So the kids really love this one. They get really into this one. There's lots of action with it, and we can act it out. They love to act it out. So We're Going on a Bear Hunt. That's a good one. Now, next, this book has seen better days in our house. It's Barnyard Dance by Sandra Boynton. The cover's taped together. There's no spine on it. The back is ripped. It's clearly well loved. This is another one that is action based. Like, the kids do all of the actions along with the story. Bow to the horse, bow to the cow. And it's very rhythmic. They like to make the animal noises. This is probably currently one of top 3, I'd say, in our house. It gets read daily, multiple times a day. They love this book. We also love Little Blue Truck. This one is newer to our family, I'd say like in the last month, but they love this one. The pictures are so pretty, and the whole message of being kind and helpful and being kind gets you further than being mean or rude. All of that. We love this one. Animal sounds. Animal sounds are always a win. Whatever it is about animal sounds, kids love to make them along with the book. So Little Blue Truck, another great one. Okay, so this one, another classic. Who has not heard of The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle? The illustrations are so pretty, and the little flip pages. I think this is what my daughter loves the most. Actually, she loves this page the most because of all the sweets, and she has such a sweet tooth. So they love the counting and the reciting of the words, and then at the end turns into the beautiful butterfly. So another classic, highly recommend. Okay, so this one is, again, this is probably one of top 3 in our house right now. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I love this one because it includes all of the letters and all of the alphabet. And so I can work on letter recognition with everyone while we're doing this and reciting the alphabet. So that's why I love this one. The kids love this one because of the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and everybody falls, and they just think it's really fun. And they like to point out after everybody falls and they're all getting back up from the pile, They like to point out, like this says, next from the pile up, skin to knee D and stub toe E and patched up F. They like to point out the letters and what is wrong with each of them. So also great for letter recognition. And then at the very end, it has the whole alphabet. So this one gets read multiple times daily in this house as well. So this one we actually just bought yesterday. We got, see the price tag still on it. We found it at Sam's Club. We have the Never Touch series. We have a couple of those ones, and they're smaller books, but they all have, every page is very textured, has something textured on it, and like this rubbery material. We have Never Touch a Dragon and Never Touch a Monster. And the kids have always loved that one, especially when they're little. Like right now, our youngest, the 1.5-year-old, she likes those ones because of the texture. And so we found this one at Sam's Club, and we like this one because it's actually just the cover that's textured, but then it goes through and it says there are rules, and you have to follow the rules before you can touch the TRex. So, like the first rule, you must never touch a T-Rex unless you point to your nose. And then it builds. There are more rules as it goes through the book. And so it's very active, which is super helpful when you're trying to read to little kids, because they will pay more attention and they will be more engaged if they are really active and participating in the story. So this one I read for the first time this morning, and everybody liked it. Everybody was really into it. So I was surprisingly, I don't know why surprisingly, but I was pleasantly surprised with how well it went over and how much the kids liked it. And then the 1.5-year-old spent a good 5 minutes afterwards just playing with the cover of the book. So this was a great book, great find. So another great series. So there are many books in this series, and this is just one of the many that we have. But the Piggy, the Elephant, and Piggy books by Mo Willems, so good. Obviously, this is Waiting is Not Easy, which is great message for littles. And Piggy and Gerald are friends. And these books are so great because they're so simple, and they leave a lot to, not to interpretation, but they leave a lot to narration. So the way you read them and the way you kind of act them out as you're reading them really is what gives these books their life. And my kids have always loved these books, as well as when I taught in the 3-year-old room at a preschool room at a daycare. These were always such a huge hit. They're so funny and engaging, and the illustrations are so cute. There's so many of them. So we love Piggy and Gerald. And also, Mo Willems also has the Pigeon series. Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. Don't Let the Pigeon eat a hot dog, or I can't remember now. But those ones are also really great too. So definitely check out anything by Mo Willems. Okay, so The Napping House. This one was probably our oldest daughter's first favorite story. And this one's great because it repeats. So as you go through the story, it adds on a new character. So, and on that granny, there is a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house. So in the next one, there is a dozing dog on a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed. And so it adds and adds and adds. And my daughter at probably 1.5 years could recite this entire book. She loved it. We had to read it every night before bed. We read it during the day over and over. And she still loves it. And now our 2-year-old has been getting into this one. So this is loved and will always have a sweet spot in my heart because it was her first favorite book. So The Napping House. This one, as you can tell, you wouldn't know what it was by the cover. It's been so torn apart, which hurts my heart so much. but also shows how well loved it is, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. This is Don't Push the Button. The back cover even is like, this one, top 3 with Barnyard Dance and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. This would be the other one in the top 3. It's another very interactive story, so don't push the button, and then it goes through. It does look kind of fun though, and then it goes through and you push it and it turns in yellow, and then you push it again and it gets polka dots, and then you have to shake the book, and so it's really interactive and there's lots of involvement in the kids. And like I said, anything that gets them involved in the story physically is always a hit. It's always a win in my book. So even though you can't see the cover, don't push the button. Excellent book. Okay, so next we have a Pete the Cat book. All of the Pete the Cat books are great. This is just the one that I grabbed off the shelf, Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I love Pete the Cat because he's so positive and he's always seeing the good and looking on the good side of things. And he has his catchphrase. Let me see if I can find. He has his catchphrase, did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. And so I just love the message that Pete has. And all of his books are that way. They all have a positive, uplifting message of positivity. And they also, so the art is by James Dean, creator of Pete the Cat, and they all, well, I don't know if they all, but they, if you go to the website that's listed on the book, there's songs that go with them. I actually think there's also a show on Amazon Prime, I believe. We haven't ever watched it, but I feel like I've seen it. So Pete the Cat, great for positivity. And the last one, it's multiple, but it's of the same series. So these are from Usborne, and they're the My First series. So we have My First Our World book and My First Space book. We got the space book because my daughter at one time, not that long ago, was obsessed with the solar system and outer space and astronauts and all of that. So the pictures are really nice, and they're more information books than storybooks. So it talked about, this one talks about living in space and what the astronauts have to do, the astronaut spacesuit, and then you get to the solar system and it talks about the planets. And they're simple little explanations that work really well to explain things to little people. So we have loved these. And then this one, I haven't gotten too far into this one yet. We haven't really looked at this one too much. We're going to talk about our world and the Earth, planet Earth, this year during the school year. So we will get into this one more as the year progresses, but it talks about the different parts of our world, like the deserts, the poles, mountains, the coast, underground, volcanoes. So I really like these, and there are actually a bunch more of these that I want to get. So definitely check out the Usborne My First series. Okay, so there you have it. That is just a few, I think there are 10, I think there were 10 of our favorite books in this house. I hope you found some great recommendations. If you liked this video and you found something new, let me know below what you're going to check out that you saw today, or let me know what your favorite books are, because like I said, I'm always looking for a good suggestion for a new book. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure that bell notification is turned on so you know anytime I post a new video. Leave me a comment below, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys.